this is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research, sharing with you my takeaways from OpenWorld 2019, which happened this week in San Francisco at Moscone Center. The event itself was less attended than previous ones. As you can see in the screenshot in the background, Howard Street was even open, which is a first since many, many years. I think it will be that a number of open worlds have been launched around the world, which might have attracted some people from coming and showing up. On the flip side, what matters, talking to exhibitors and other attendees, Oracle itself, they were praising by saying there were more high quality. So less quantity, more high quality attendance. So we'll see. Also because of Moscone has been expanded, right? More of the events have been locally set up. So we'll see how successful a setup this was for Oracle. So let's come to the very major event, the top 3 pros and cons. On the positive side, Oracle's pushing forward its vision of the autonomous stack, right? 2 years ago, unveiled by Larry Ellison, the autonomous database. And now you can see here, think autonomous is the big topic. I was scolding as Oracle at a certain point at this last year, 2 years ago, saying, well, it's not enough if my database is autonomous. If my database keeps running, what happens if the rest of my tech stack is not available? Say my application server is down, it's not good, anything. So Oracle is kind of like responding to this by creating autonomous Linux based on the Oracle Linux, which was there already. So I think that's a major key step forward. And I think you can kind of like figure out, okay, they're starting from the bottom. Well, starting with the database, of course, is Oracle. They started from the bottom with Linux. And now they're moving upwards in the stack, but they haven't issued a roadmap. I would love for them to see a roadmap when all of the Oracle stack is autonomous, right? Some of the tech leaders have been arguing the SaaS stack is kind of like autonomous. Well, SaaS stack without an application server is kind of like difficult to be autonomous, but we'll see that. So advice for Oracle, issue a roadmap so CIO, CTOs know when this whole thing is running completely by itself. Fusion apps have seen significant progress across the suite. It's probably the largest, best integrated suite out there. It really question is like, what is holding Oracle back from having major wins in the market right now? It can't really, from what I can say, be a product issue anymore. Must be really a go-to-market marketing issue from that perspective. Big news there has been Redwood. People are wondering about the outdoorsy themes being picked up by companies in Silicon Valley, which is a new UX for the applications and a new UX user experience for corporate identities and corporate design. So much bigger. So with the unveiling of Redwood in the applications, earthy tones, more patterns, it's not just red, multicolor, and so on. And also the corporate identity and design changed. The website's updated. If you go there, you don't see the typical red there anymore. You see more earthy tones like mentioned, and so on. So split up design, like left to right to more detail, which is also seen in the application. So very interesting to keep corporate communication or identity in sync with the applications. It will be very interesting to see if Oracle can keep these lockstep going forward, because usually UX is moving faster than corporate identity and design. People like to have something certain there. Oh, the Oracle logo changed as well. I have nothing in the background here. It looks like a just white O and red background. I'm jokingly called the on and off button, which is of course it isn't. But the major, most radical design in Oracle's history at all of corporate identity and design. We'll see how good the UX is. We only seen the typical screens which display something where information is portrayed. The hard things in UX happens when you have to edit information, validate information, search information. That's when usually the wheels come off, but can't say that as I haven't seen that yet for Redwood. And then Oracle Cloud, right, for a long time ridiculed by Larry. On the positive side, the third positive is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, OCI Generation 2 seems to be really working. Now have been talking to a number of customers. Oracle is significantly investing into it, and customers are very happy with it from both performance and total cost of ownership perspective. The really interesting thing, which I found out at the conference, I was thinking there are a number of cheap web tier Intel 886 servers in there. No, the whole thing runs on Exadata. Right now, Exadata 7, Exadata 8, and X8M and Cloud at Custom have been announced. So it's a very high-end server cloud, of course, optimized to run what Oracle does best, and Oracle customers need from them, run the Oracle database. On the concern side, of course, and I kind of like said that on the big progress on the Fusion apps, can Oracle win the applications battle, right? We're in a unique situation here where SAP and Oracle, the two leaders in ERP, are 10 years apart from the innovation cycle, right? Quick reminder, Fusion applications were launched in 2004, Oracle SAP S/4HANA in 2014. We've never had a 10-year apart part, and it takes a long time. As Larry Ellison was very honest, it took us 12, 14 years to get there. Well, if you do the math, to 15 years even. Well, to be fair, Steve Miranda said there's parity about 2 or 3 years ago. So whatever it takes, 10 plus years to build. So the best practice for CIO, CTO should be, well, I look at the most modern suite, the most integrated suite. That's the value proposition which has worked for me. That has worked with SAP. That has made me the market leader. So they should switch to Oracle. So what's holding them back? What's holding them back is that people, unfortunately, for Oracle don't like them very much because of a number of auditing, best practices, market practices don't trust them very much. My prediction basically is if Oracle had the SAP Salesforce live at SAP, would be very, very hard right now. For the OCI side, of course, it's an economies of scale game, right? And Larry, again, wasn't shy to say, yes, we'll compete and be as big as Amazon. Well, we shall see that. How it works to make the math work, if it really works out for Oracle, is if all the Oracle database and adjacent systems are being moved to OCI, yes, then Oracle OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, will be big, if not potentially bigger as Amazon. And Amazon knows this and is desperately trying to build, or desperately not, but it's building its own databases and is trying to migrate Oracle offerings as well, but with very little success so far. So it's very clear the move to the cloud will depend where these critical transactional systems will be going. And then it comes to the last point, which I pretty much always have and mentioned already in the application side. Can Oracle become the more gentler Oracle, the more customer-focused Oracle, the more understanding Oracle? Maybe the new design, maybe less of the aggressive, usually aggressive associated red is helping with that. Well, only the future can tell. So my overall point of view, Oracle is coming to an end of a major product investment cycle all across the board, right? You can start with autonomous Linux, right? Linux been 12 plus years with Oracle or something like this. On top of that, working significantly in Exadata, right? Exadata X8M is the most fastest, powerful database platform ever that Oracle has shipped. What's missing a little bit is the application server side. Was very quiet around this. And then, of course, the application side, no question about this. And, of course, the database side, where Oracle is doing tons of innovation. So now it really comes back to, can Oracle put this in the market and get the market share gains? The harder work from my perspective on the product side is done. The trickier work now, getting customers to convince and execute on sales, is really going on. This is Holger Mueller with my top 3 pros and top 3 cons from Oracle OpenWorld. Follow me on Twitter at HolgerMU. It's also on the bottom left on your screen, probably, HOLGERMU. Tons of tweets there. All my notes are on Twitter, if I can share them publicly. So follow me there. This video is out. The one slide update is already out on LinkedIn or SlideShare, and the blog post will come out soon. Thanks for watching.